Okay, welcome to the podcast, everyone. I got somebody on with me right now. He's actually a person that helped me start the channel. He actually put the idea in my head to start a channel because I was moving to the Philippines. At first I wasn't sure about it, but I'll skip all of that. We'll talk about it after. But let me introduce your boy Chris Made It. He's the one who does. He's the executive producer of the channel. He does the music for the channel. He also helped me get started with ideas. So your boy Chris Made It. What's up?
What's going on, everybody?
Yeah, and that's his actual producer name. Yeah, that's his name. Your boy Chris Made It. And if you need to contact him for beats anything, your boy Chris Made It at gmail.com.
That's right. And it's always in the description box. So if you
Yeah,
guys are ever looking for it, send every video.
every single video. So yeah, man. I just wanted to get in. People hear me talk all the time, so you'll be doing a lot of talking for this podcast, and just tell them how we got to start it.
All right. Basically, I months ago, actually, let's see, you started this channel back in August.
Yeah, August.
Uh, it was probably like early summer last year, maybe springtime. You living over there, you and I started chatting, and I was kind of like, it's interesting. You're in this foreign place, you know what I mean? And I just
Hmm.
got, I guess, kind of like started looking into like people that were vlogging in Southeast Asia. So it was like Thailand, Cambodia, Philippines. And I was watching all these different vloggers and stuff, and I was just like, there's something missing. There's something missing with all these channels. And I was like, dude, there's hardly any black people doing this. There's no brothers over there. There's nobody. There's no brothers, no sisters, and I'm white. So I'll just say that like there was nobody. It was just everybody I watched was middle-aged white dudes or older white dudes, and maybe a couple of young guys, but that was it. There was nobody over there offering a different view. So I was just like, man, Jay's got to do this, man. I was like, Jay's in a perfect situation. He's in this place. He needs to share his new experiences with people. And I remember I just emailed you like, yo, you got to start a channel. And I remember at first it was kind of like, you know, I knew you kind of like you wanted to do it. You really weren't sure about how to go about it. I just started throwing some videos your way to check out some people. And I remember just trying to convince you, like, you don't have to think too much about it. Just do it. You know what I mean? I was just like, yo, just whatever camera you can get, just use it and we'll figure it out. I'll help you do half the work, do some of the stuff for you. I'll post the stuff for you. And I was like, that's kind of how I encourage you to do it, was like, you know what, I'm going to take some of the load off of you and I'll do a lot of the back end work. This way it's not like this huge burden for you. I wanted you to do this. And I'm just happy you did, because you know what? You look back now, you look back, shit, what is it like? Well, about 8 months,
8 months ago.
right? Eight
Yeah.
months, whatever it is. And damn, you have over 1,000 subs. You're getting comments. People are really enjoying what you're doing. You're getting better at it. You can
Hmm.
tell from when you started and some of the videos you put up. You could tell you got much better at it. You got your wife involved in it. She's really getting into it, and it's just cool because you really something you kind of wanted to do, but you're really unsure of yourself of doing, and it just came about. You did it. You didn't. I know I kind of talked you through those moments of overthinking it, and you just kind of like just stuck with it, and all these months later, here it is, and you're growing constantly. I just noticed like averaging the channel is averaging over like, what was it, 20,000 views a month.
Hmm.
That's damn good. From some
Yeah.
that started, you know, there's no gimmick with you. There's no BS. You're not involved in drama. You're not sitting there trying to sell, you're not trying to sell sex. Basically,
Hmm.
right? You're not doing what a lot of other people are doing. You're not
Hmm.
clickbaiting, um, and you've come this far. And I gotta tell you, man, this is only the beginning, because like I told you in the beginning, I told Jay, I said, give it 12 months. In 12 months, you're going to grow. If you stick with it, it's going to take off and you're going to just, really get addicted to doing it. And I could tell, man, you really are. I mean, you work a lot too. So you have to really kind of like sometimes you have to do a couple of videos in a row in a short period of time to make up for what you're not going to be able to do at the end of the week.
Mm-hmm.
And, that's, all I can say is, it's just, it's really nice to watch a channel grow from nothing where it is now and where it can go.
That's the
And
thing. You can't give up. I got lucky. Not really lucky, but I put the work in. After 3 months, I started seeing some good results. After actually, I seen good results right away, but it really picked up after 3 months. And I said, okay, you know what, this is gonna work. And if you're starting a channel, the key is not to give up. That's one thing, and that's why your boy Chris, he told me, he said, look, give it 12 months. At first he sent me the videos. I didn't look at anyone's videos. I looked at a couple, but I didn't find, too many that I would watch. So I didn't really watch them. I just got out there and started doing it. And I just followed what he told me. And sometimes it's like the same thing, even with music. Chris is into music. I used to be into music heavily. If you're doing music or you're making songs or you're making beats, sometimes you can't watch what other people doing because you can get caught up in that, you know?
yeah, it's
And I,
exactly
Chris, yeah.
because you don't because if you would have if you would have focused too much on the videos I was giving you, I was sending you videos just to check out and say, hey, look what these guys are doing.
Hmm.
You can do the same. Like I remember I sent you some people that have lived in, say, Thailand for many years and they were vlogging versus people that are living in Thailand, they only been there a couple of months at the time. And I was trying
Hmm.
to show you like, all right, here's this guy, he just been there a couple of months and look how good he's doing. Here's the guy who's been there for years and look how good he's doing. And look how their styles are different, yet they're both
Hmm.
doing well. And the thing was, you're right though. You don't want to watch people's videos and then go, oh, I can't do that because they got too much editing going on. They have good cameras. Look at the places they're at, and you would
Hmm.
sit there and set yourself up for failure. But with what you did was good. You just went out there and started doing it, really not knowing what you had to do. You just had a general idea of what I was saying. Hey, I just told you turn the camera on yourself and talk. Just be you. You like to talk. You're a talker. You're a seller, man. Just turn the camera on you. Show them your surroundings. And I gave you a whole list of ideas, just basic things you could get going with, and that was it. You just took it and ran with it, and it's a feeling out process, though. You made some videos that didn't do too well. You made some videos that did really well, and you just don't know, but you just got to do it. You just got to go for it. But the thing is, though, you stayed true to yourself. Like you never really tried to make videos because you knew, hey, this video is going to get me a lot more views and I need to bump up the views this month. You didn't do that. Where there's other people, if you watch them long enough, and I'm sure a lot of people listening to us, you watch other vloggers because if you watch one expat vlogger, you watch a whole bunch because you're
Hmm.
interested. You want to know, hey, where's the best place to go visit? So you might watch Thailand guys or guys in Cambodia, guys in Philippines, and everybody's different, right? But the thing is, you notice when people aren't being true to themselves
Hmm.
because Jay doesn't do YouTube for the money. He's got his own jobs. He's building his own things. He does it because he wanted to get into vlogging, and I encouraged him to do so, and he ran with it. You can tell when you watch other channels, the people that start making money, you could tell they start tailoring what they're doing to the money, to the views.
Yeah, yeah.
And that's one thing that I could say that you haven't done is that we talk, Jay and I talk and we say, hey Jay, you notice that these last three videos did really well, but the two
Hmm.
videos before that didn't do well. And we try to figure out, like I try to figure out, like what could it be because they're all kind of similar. Maybe there's one or two things different, or maybe the topic was different. Maybe this was a hot topic, and but Jay never really goes, all right, I got to reduplicate that. He doesn't. He never, even if I said, hey, Jay, you should kind of maybe do a couple more videos on that topic because people are interested. That's not how Jay works. He's going to go in
Yeah.
some other direction and just keep going.
Yeah, I
Even
don't work
though,
like.
even though he could and should probably expand on the topic he was talking about, because people,
Yeah.
maybe he got a lot of comments. But what I want to say is that, Jay, he he stuck to who he is and hasn't changed up in these 8 months of making videos. He does what he does, and it's good because, like I said, the channel's growing with him just doing what he's doing and being himself. And like I said, some videos do great, some don't, but he just keeps pumping them out. And I think that's the encouraging factor. So I think
Hmm.
too many people get caught up watching other people's channels and looking at what they're doing, and then they try to do the same thing. Like they try to
Hmm.
look at it and go, okay, this guy's making these type of videos. I need to make those type of videos because he's getting a lot of views. I can get a lot of views. You're not doing that.
Hmm.
You're just doing what you do. You know, um, and then you got Kay, your wife. She's doing cooking stuff with you, and you got a separate channel you're just starting, which everybody needs to go subscribe to. Check that out.
Yeah, yeah,
Um,
definitely.
it's just starting out, and there's more to come over there. But you know, hopefully, um, hopefully that'll grow. The more people get interested in your vegan type of lifestyle, because it's interesting. Like the vegan thing is not my thing. I'm more of a
Well, I'm
uh,
still struggling myself, but
I'm
um,
a
I'm
high
pushing
protein, high fat guy. I like that type of the keto lifestyle.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I'm more into that kind of paleo style of stuff.
Hmm.
Um, but that's just because I don't eat rice, I don't eat any grains, so I gave all that up. So I can't really. It's hard for me to follow a vegan lifestyle because I would have to eat way too many vegetables.
Hmm.
And like I wouldn't be able to eat rice and stuff. So it'd be just enormous amount of vegetables. And I eat a lot of vegetables already. So it'd just be like,
Yeah,
oh man. But yeah, but back to the channel though, um the reason why I wanted to do this as the first podcast, because Jay and I are gonna be doing podcasts hopefully weekly. It's a
yeah. Hmm.
timing thing. I'm halfway around the world in New York, he's in the Philippines.
Yeah,
So
like
it's
a
a
12-hour
struggle.
difference.
It's a struggle. Um But the reason I wanted to talk about this first was because I wanted people to get the background, the fact that uh, it's not easy. I see a lot of people on your channel. They leave comments that they want to start their own channels, or they have a channel. They made a couple
Hmm.
of videos. They really didn't. We've all been there, right? We've all made a couple of videos over the years. Never did anything with it, And then also we get a little. I'm gonna make a video. You make a video, and then like, I don't care, because we all get discouraged. You know
Hmm.
why? Because the views don't come in. We all want that instant gratification, right? We all want to see those hundreds
So
or
true.
thousands of views. But when you make a video and you get 20 views, a week later, you're like, why did I waste my time for? But
And
see,
that's true.
see, that's what I wanted to talk about first here was with Jay was that we want to talk about the struggles. And when you're starting up a channel, you have to give it 12 months of dedication. That means you have to
Hmm.
figure out what you want to do. Like Jay has a full-time job, more than a full-time job, right? And for him to be able to vlog, the first thing was he's not going to be able to be a daily vlogger. And he knew that. That's just way too much work. And
Hmm.
same thing for me. I'm helping Jay out. I can't give him every day either. So the thing was, it's got to be what he can do. And it was a no pressure thing. But the thing was, even though it's no pressure, still needs to be 12 months. So whether it's going to be one video a week, two videos a week, or three videos a week, it wasn't going
Hmm.
to be four, five, six, or seven videos a week. It was going to be a three max, basically.
Even though
And
I've gotten there, but to continue that is just too much.
right, but also to the level of quality. If you want to do three videos a week, you can make three 7 to say 10-minute videos versus maybe making shorter videos but more a week. Jay had to decide what was going to be manageable that he can consistently do week in and week out, because that's how you can stay consistent. And that was the thing. Um, like I said, I told him in the beginning, you're not going to get a lot of views at first, but even if you did get a lot of views, you can't think like, oh, this is going to take off. You got to kind of be like, every time you put a video out, whatever it gets, if it gets one view, great. If it gets 100 views, great. If it gets 1,000 views, great. It's a
Hmm.
building process. And I told Jay, you got to think about it like this. It could be 11 months from now. For some reason, in those first 11 months, you don't do nothing. People don't come to your channel. You get very few people, maybe a couple hundred subs. Maybe, you're doing some little bit of views. Then all of a sudden, you make a video, right? And the video is a topic where,
Takes
for some
off.
reason, that video gets viewed more than anything else. And then people like your style. People like your personality. They like how you came across in the video. And all of a sudden, they go, "Oh shit, this guy's been vlogging for, almost a year." And they still go back and they watch all your videos because they liked you. So that's what all that hard work for those 11 months or 12 months pays off, because you have all this content that they're going to go back now and watch. And
Hmm.
that's when you get real subs, because they get dedicated to, like, wow, I want to know about this guy's life. I want to know, like, how do you end up in the Philippines? Like, what's he doing? Where's he going? How does he make money? How does he do this? How does he do that? And that's where you get people to buy in. And that's why I think, like, just sticking it out and not worrying about the views when you start out and just being yourself and being genuine, you ain't got to worry about anything other than just being consistent. And I
Yes.
think we talked about this. Consistency is the key.
Hmm.
And and avoiding the pitfalls, because the biggest pitfall you're going to run into is not getting those views, not getting the subs. You're going to be so like, why am I wasting my time? Or you're going to sit there and go, oh, I have nothing to talk about. Yeah, you do. Just turn the camera on and talk.
Yeah.
If you're a vlogger and you work or whatever you do, whoever you are, wherever you're at, you could turn the camera on yourself and just be like, yeah, I wanted to make this video today, but I had no idea what to talk about. Well, guess what? That's what you're talking about. The fact that you couldn't come up with anything. It's kind of like
Hmm.
Seinfeld, right? What was Seinfeld based on? A show about nothing,
It
right?
sure
And
was.
then the show was just really about the random things throughout whatever. It was like, this random stuff. And being a vlogger is like that too. You could be a scripted vlogger where you have your day planned out. You're going to go here, you're going to go there. You're going to film 10 hours worth of film and then edit it down to 15 minutes, right? Or you can be one of those vloggers that just steps out of your house, turns your camera on, and whatever happens over the
Just
next 10 minutes
goes.
happens. Right.
Yeah. And
Whatever
also,
it
I
is,
wanted
it
to tell
is.
you, just give people what are the main key points that you think, because I know what I think, but what are you give them what you think are the main key points to, start a channel.
Um, well, I think you need to have something that people would be interested in watching. You know,
Hmm.
you need to kind of be a little bit different. And what I mean by different, you need to have something that other people aren't doing. And if they are doing it, you need to be better at it. Right? That goes
Hmm.
with anything, right? And you see all these people starting vlogs, but like if there's nothing interesting about you or where you are, that's the other thing too. For say like me, I live in New York, right? Um, for me to vlog would be kind of stupid. Personally, it would be like unless I was doing something very unique to what a lot of people may not be involved with. But if I'm just like a normal person, and don't get me wrong, people do it. They get up and they vlog what they eat, they vlog their shopping or whatever. That's kind of lame. But
Hmm.
like if you're an American or European or whatever, and you go and you move halfway around the world, you're on a journey, right? You're on a journey. You're on a whole new journey of life. You could share that with people because it's all your experiences. Other people are interested in, like, yeah, I wonder what it'd be like to live over there. So that's what I'm talking about. Like, you need to have something that people want to know about. People are going to want to know, like, yeah, what's it like for a black person in the Philippines? People are going to want to know what's like the cost of living in the Philippines. What's it like, not knowing the language, people, what's the food like? People are going to want to know this. And that's what I'm saying. You need to have something interesting. Now, don't get me wrong. There's probably, let's just say a round number. Let's just say there's 20 Filipino vloggers, right?
Hmm.
So all those people can make those videos, right? Whether they're from Europe or they're from America, they can make all those videos I just mentioned. The thing is, what are you offering? You're offering the fact that you're black, right? You're a black American. You're married to a Filipina that you met online. Now, all right, there's other guys that have that too, but you know, what your thing is, you're selling a different normal lifestyle. Like a lot of these guys are selling the image of, oh, come over here, enjoy the prostitutes, enjoy this, enjoy that, party it up. And it's like, all right, there's that. Where there's people coming over here and it's like I don't want to get into it, but like they said, they're much older men and they're dating questionably aged young women,
Hmm.
and there's that, and there's people that don't want that. There's people that want to see that for some strange reason.
A
But
lot of
then
guys
there's
are retiring.
but then there's you. There's this
Yeah.
married guy who works. That's another thing. A lot of these dudes don't. They work in very questionable practices. A lot of these guys work in, I don't want to go into it. I don't know their full details, but here you are, you work online. You had this all set up before you even went there. That's something that none of these people do. None of these vloggers do that. Every vlog I watch, majority of the people get there and they have no idea how they're going to make their money, right?
Yeah, and I
They
definitely want
start,
to get into that too. I didn't mean to cut you off. I want to get into that too in another podcast. Just fully breaking down working online. Tell everyone my story, what I struggled with working online. I mean, how I was in tears when I was living up. But I'll go into that after.
yeah.
Forget.
But that's my biggest keys. I think
Yeah.
I think consistency and having something different to the offer to the community, because pretty much I can guarantee what anybody's thinking of doing on their channel is already being done.
Hmm.
You need to figure out, what do you bring to the game? And like I said, I came to Jay with this idea because I was like, I'm not seeing something here. And that void was that there's no brothers making videos of quality. I mean, when I mean quality, there were people, but they would have like 6 months gaps in their videos, 3 months gaps in their videos. To me, that's not a vlogger. That's a person that makes a random up YouTube video every now and then.
Hmm.
Vlogger is somebody who consistently makes videos, a couple, maybe at least once or more a week, consistently, and they're taking you on a journey of their life, of where they're at with whatever they do, wherever they at. It's a journey. The vlogging's a journey, and they're sharing their experiences with people. And you need to have something different to offer people. If you do not have something different, I suggest don't bother.
Yeah.
That's the truth. Because you want to know why? There's so much crap on YouTube. There's so many people doing whatever you're thinking of. There's people already doing it. You
Hmm.
need to bring something different. And here's the thing. It's funny. People go, "Oh, I ain't got nothing different to bring." Yeah, you do. You just got to figure it out. You got to figure it out. What's your angle? Hey, you know what? There's people. If you look at other things, there's people that made it big on YouTube because they were going to be just like everybody else, but they decided to wear like a weird costume or
Yeah.
talk in a funny
Right.
voice, right? To talk in a funny voice or to have strange, over exaggerated reactions to everything in their videos. But they're like everybody else. They just added one little twist, and that little twist took them bigger than everybody else.
Yep.
And that's what I'm saying. You need to offer something different. You know, Jay's a funny guy. He's a very talkative guy, and he could have went that route. He could be the funny guy. He could have added a lot of comedy if he wanted to. But he went with this route that I'm just going to be me, because he doesn't have to be anybody else. Because, like I said, there was a void, and now here's the thing: anybody that's going to try to fill the void he's in is going to have a struggle, because he got into that lane first, and now you need to figure something else out. Like there's other vloggers in other places around Southeast Asia that you look at them and you have all these white guys, right? There's got to be something different that sets all these white guys apart. So like you have like the
Hmm.
angry white guy. You have like you know um, maybe a white guy that's a little funny. You don't know what's going on with him. You know what I mean? Like you don't know what his whole purpose of where he's at, what he's really doing. You have all these different people, and the people that are interested in you will stick with you. People that are interested in what you're talking about, they'll find you. And that's why, like, getting good at your keywords and monitoring your videos and figuring out what's working and what's not working and focusing on that, it's consistency. And I think that's the biggest key. You need to be different and you need to be consistent. That's the
Hmm.
two biggest things. Quality is not important. I'm telling you, quality at first when you start up is not important. Consistency.
It's so
Get out
true.
there and do it, and be different. Bring something
So,
to the table. What do you think?
so
What do you think the biggest things are?
well, first off, I think the biggest things is everything you said, man. Is just straight up being yourself, and being creative. Sometimes you have to sit there. Like when I first started, I make a video and then I would say, "Oh no, that doesn't work." Then I said, "You know what? I'm gonna stop doing that." I'm gonna make a video today. Okay, I'll chop out a couple of things, but then I'm gonna try to make a video tomorrow. And then at first, anyone that's a vlogger knows, at first, you may try to make. Sometimes I would have to go at it every day to make a vlog and erase three of them, so a vlog
Yeah.
wouldn't come out until the fourth day. But I really made four already. So
Yeah.
I don't struggle with that anymore because I've been doing it for a while. I know exactly what to do during the video. I know what to focus on. But then there are some days I can go out and I'm supposed to vlog about a certain place for a whole day, and I get home and I have to erase everything. And then I say,
Yeah.
you know what, I don't want to do that anymore. Now I want to do this. So that are the struggles that you're going to go through, and you just have to get over that. And I went through it a lot when I first started. So if you can get over that, over just okay, you know what, putting the camera in your face and making mistakes. I mean, you have to be consistent so you can make as many mistakes as possible. That's the only way that you're going to succeed. That's with anything in life,
Yeah,
business,
that's true.
vlogging, anything. You have to continue. You have to continue to fail and not be scared to fail.
Nothing can be perfect because there's no such thing as
Exactly.
being perfect.
Exactly.
And especially when you're being a vlogger, you're a human, and it's about human connection, right? So
Hmm.
like, what's more human than not being perfect? Right? Because
Exactly.
there's nobody's perfect, and you're gonna misspeak. And sometimes when people misspeak, it's funny, and you can make fun of yourself, and people buy into like you make fun of yourself, say, or you do things that aren't correct, but you always do it because it's funny. There's a lot of things you know that could come out of doing things wrong or making
Hmm.
mistakes. There's a lot of good things, like in music. Some of the best music they say comes out of mistakes.
Sure
People
does.
did something by mistake and they said, "Oh, wait a second, that's better than what we were thinking of doing." And you know what Jay just said is right. Like I remember when I first started making years ago, I started a video game channel, and when when I first started out the channel, I had an idea, I had a vision, and it worked. But when I sat down and had to switch up my vision because what I was originally did the channel on, I didn't need to do that any longer. So I had to be more creative, and I had to put out videos that I really didn't want to do. And I found myself doing the same video four, maybe five or six times before I actually found and did one that I liked to put out. And I would sit there and say to myself, man, I don't want to do this. If I'm doing this and it takes me 2 or 3 hours to finally get one idea down, it's pointless. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Because I wasn't making any money off it. I was doing it because I kind of enjoyed what I originally started doing, but then I got lost in the mix because I started doing things what I thought I had to do. You know what I mean? Whereas if I just did what I did in the moment and said, "Oh, screw it, here it is," put it out there, I think I probably would have enjoyed it more, or just, would have not felt so much pressure. You know what I mean? And expectations. I had too much expectations, and I think that's
Hmm.
the other thing too. I think one of the pitfalls about starting a channel, we talked about being consistent and stuff like that, is we talked about, like, you got to understand you're not going to get views and subs. Maybe you will, but most likely you're not going to. But that's the thing. You can't have high expectations with these
Hmm.
channels. You have to think that nobody's going to see you. You have to be okay with that. You have to be okay with that nobody's going to watch your videos. You have to be okay with that people are going to be haters. People are going to make fun of you. People are going to call you ugly. People are going to call you fat. People are going to call you stupid. You got to be okay with that. You got to be totally okay with, who cares? You know what I mean? Like, I'm going to do me, and there's people out there that, they may hate, so be it. And the expectations, I think people see other vloggers, they see
Hmm.
that they got 15,000 subs, 20,000 subs, 100,000 subs, and they instantly put themselves on that level. Like, I need to compete. From the very first video, the very first vlog, they're like, I need to do this, I need to do that. Oh man, I didn't do 20,000 views. Damn, I only did five. You can't do that. You know what I mean? You got to sit there and say, I'm a nobody. Nobody knows me, and I don't know what I'm doing. So whatever I get is great, but I'm going to do it again, and I'm going to do it again, and I'm going to do it again. And over time, it'll work. You just got to
Hmm.
give it a chance, because it's the same thing with anything in life. If like with music, okay, we'll go back to music for a second. If you're just starting out making music, or maybe you've been making music for 5 years, right? But like, you do it every day of 5 years, and you're doing your music, you still can't put your music and compare it to something you hear on the radio. That's because you're many steps away from that. There's many processes in between the music being created and the music ending up on the radio of what that music goes through. And you don't know, unless you're in the industry, you don't know all the little things that go on to make that song happen. So if you're some kid who makes great music, you're making the music with a couple of friends in your house, you're not on that same playing field. You're not on that same level. And you can't measure yourself against them. What you have to do is keep doing you and keep being a better you, keep creating a better you. And over time, you're going to get better and better and better. And then you're going to meet people, hopefully, that will help you get to that next level and get to that next level and then next level. And then one day when you're on the radio, you can measure yourself against other people on the radio. But the thing is, same thing with vlogs. You can't measure yourself against these big vloggers. You got
Hmm.
to measure yourself against yourself. Measure yourself against your last video. Okay, you made a video, it came out pretty good. Bad, maybe some bad filming, maybe some bad audio. I got 10 views. Okay, next video, I want to focus on getting better quality video, better quality audio, and hopefully I'll get 20 views. That's what you should be measuring yourself on. You should not care about what anybody else is doing because you're going to set yourself up for failure. You got to
That's so
keep your
true.
expectations should only be measured off of what you're doing, not anybody else.
Yeah, so I wanted you to just pretty much talk about, how you're willing to help out the people, because I know you're definitely willing to help out.
Yeah, man.
So just let the people know.
Yeah, like I said, I notice a lot of people in the comments on your channel. Some people, not a lot, but I mean, some people have mentioned, they want to start up a channel. They have a channel, but they want to kind of get it to be better. Um, I'm looking to help out a couple of select people that are serious about building their channel from the ground up, who are willing to put the work in to make it happen. And I want to do the same thing I did with Jay, with the same philosophy of, okay, you're starting from ground zero. Here's the plan. Here's the layout. If you stick to this plan, stay focused, and just do the little things, you could slowly build. I'm not promising anybody you're going to go from 100 subs to 1,000 subs in a week. What I'm saying is, if you give it time and you put the work in, it's going to slowly build. And if anybody follows YouTube, once you get to like 250 subs, you quickly get to 500. Once you get to 500, you quickly get to 750. Once you get to 750, you quickly get to 1,000. And then, usually once you get to 1,000, you get to 1,500 quicker than it took you to get from, the previous leaps, because
Hmm.
your videos tend to pop up more. The more views you're getting, the more likes you're getting, the more comments you're getting. YouTube uses all that to make sure you end up in those suggested right hand side.
Hmm.
And like I can go on Jay's channel and I can go into like how he gets views, and almost 40, I think it's almost 40, I think it's over 40%. It's almost half of his views come from suggestion boxes. That means Jay is ending up, when people are searching vloggers for the Philippines, he's ending up on the right hand side.
Hmm.
That means when somebody's watching somebody else's Philippine vlog, Jay's on the right hand side, because
And
that's
that's the
where,
key to continue making videos.
right.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. And I want to help people figure that out. Like Jay and we're still looking at things and analyzing things and putting things together. I don't have some random keys to success here. What I'm saying is I can help people that are serious, remove some of that burden and struggle, help you guys get over the um, the struggle of starting a channel, because it's not easy. You're going to go through down times where you're like, oh, why am I doing this for? I want to be there to walk you through the beginning days, stay with you for the first couple of months to make sure help you guys with creative ideas. Like, hey, make a video about this. Hey, make a video about that. Listen, this is going to help get you some quick views. This is what people are going to want to see, or hey, avoid talking about this, avoid talking about that, because if you talk about this, you're sending your channel down a rabbit hole, and you don't want to be down that rabbit hole. And that's, where you don't want to pigeonhole yourself by talking about certain topics, because you're going to turn people off. And I want to be there to help people do that. Plus, I want to help with thumbnails. A lot of people, they don't know how to make thumbnails to like just add titles to their, pick a screen cap or for their video. I want to help people with, maybe intros and outros, simple stuff. My whole thing with J2 was, even though I was helping Jay with his channel, I wanted to do everything like he would do it. I didn't want to do it how I would do it because my vision might be totally different than Jay's and it wouldn't mix. You know what I mean? Like if Jay's trying to do a channel based on Jay, I have to say, okay, this would be more in line with what Jay would want to do. You know, I might want to come with totally different shit, but it might not work, or it might not be what Jay wants to put out there. So I have to do everything like in way Jay would want to do it, and this is the same way I'd want to do it with anybody else that I want to help. So just to move on from that, I'll just say this: if you are one of Jay's subs and you want to build a YouTube channel, go into the description box on any of his videos and you're going to find my YouTube address. It's your boy Chris made it at gmail.com. Email me. If you have a channel already, email me the YouTube link. Okay. If you don't have a channel already, just kick me an idea of like, hey, I live here. I want to do a channel, and just quickly tell me like, you know, if you're serious, just quickly tell me what makes you think that you can build a channel. What's different about you? And just tell me. And if we can talk on Skype. We could hash it out. Maybe you have an idea that I think will work, and I'll help you build that idea. So like I said, look in the description box of any of his videos. You'll find my email address. Hit me up. I'm willing to help people out, and we can discuss more via Skype or email. And yeah, that's pretty much it, Jay.
Yeah, man. So that's my boy, and now he's your boy Chris made it at gmail.com. Contact him anytime. Also, if you need music as well, say if you didn't need any ideas and you just wanted intro and outro set up, you can contact him for that as well. He'll definitely help you out with that. But yeah, he's a good guy. I've known him for years, over 9 years now. And we've worked together on other things, and I know that he can work with you as well. So I deal with him all the time. Good guy, good guy. So yeah, everyone, that's pretty much it. This is the first podcast. You're gonna see a lot more from me and your boy Chris made it, and we're gonna handle a lot of topics. You can let us know if you would like us to touch on the topic in the comment box of this. Okay, but we do have certain topics that we want to explain first. So just stay tuned for more. And you got anything else to say, your boy
No,
Chris?
it's been cool. I hope we can do this on a weekly basis.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, yeah, a lot of topics coming, and hopefully, at one point I'll mention this too. Just a little teaser. Down the road, we hope to actually invite some of you guys on since we are using Google Hangouts on air. So it's kind of
hmm
easy for us to invite people in. But we want to get a structure going first. But other than that, it's been cool, Jay.
It's been cool. So all right, everyone. We'll see y'all later. We see we got some viewers in here. Also, you can ask any questions in the chat box as well. I say give it like 3 podcasts first, but you can ask questions, and the chat box is going to be on the right side. If you want to be invited in later to one of our podcasts, you can send us your email account right into the chat box. If we can do it at that time, we will do it. So that's pretty much it. Thank you everyone for watching. See you soon.
Peace.